complicated and a very deep novel, complex kind of thing. It is very complex because this is the latest thing that you are doing now. Okay, and two words I had given for Midnight Children. Post, what were these two words? Post, two terms. Who can say?
Was, I think, post-colonial
and post-colonial and post-modern.
Yeah.
These two terms should be at the tip of your tongue. Whenever there you hear Salman Rushdie's Midnight Children, immediately the two terms that should come to your mind is post-colonial and post-modern. Post-colonial in subject and post-modern in technique. Got it? Post-colonial in subject because it is dealing with pre-independence and post-independence, just after independence, and how the colonization issue is addressed in the novel. Okay, so that is post-colonial. And post-modern because here the story is not told in a traditional way. Traditional way means you see that the stories always begin from the beginning, और there is a flashback. बीच से शुरू भी होती है स्टोरी तो फ्लैशबैक होता है और फिर पीछे से सारी स्टोरी पता चलती है. These things are not followed here. Sometimes he is discussing present, sometimes he is discussing past, sometimes he immediately jumps to the future. So basically what is happening is that time does not is not treated in a chronological way, one after the other. Okay, that type of chronological dealing with time is not done. Okay, so this is the post-modern technique. And at the same time, another thing is that there is a fragmentation. Fragmentation means the fragmentation in every, as we will be further proceeding with Midnight Children, you will be hearing words like chutneyfication. What is chutneyfication? Have you ever heard this word? Chutneyfy something. How's chutney made?
When we grind.
You say it takes so many ingredients and then you mix them up. That is basically chutney. And you grind it. Okay. So this is what Salman Rushdie does with his themes also. So into English, he adds Hindi, he adds Urdu, and he adds some other languages also and just grinds it. So the language is also chutneyfied here in Midnight Children. Right? And he says that in the same way, history is chutneyfied. जिसको जैसा अच्छा लगता है उस हिसाब से उस टेस्ट का वो उसमें डाल देता है और कहता है हिस्ट्री में ऐसा ऐसा था. So what he is doing, he is challenging history also. He says that there is no one truth. Truth is what? Whatever is documented. जो भी हिस्ट्री में आपने किसी ने लिख दिया और उसको आगे पढ़ते गए तो कोई वेरीफाई नहीं करेगा पीछे, और कैसे वेरीफाई करेंगे? There are so many perspectives, इतने पहलू हैं हर बात के. Okay, so history is also chutneyfied. Language is chutneyfied. Characters are chutneyfied. So chutneyfication is a very important thing here. And there are so many symbols in this novel. Number of characters. There is one more term that I had told you in the last class, Bildungsroman. The novel is Bildungsroman. Bildungsroman means that the early development of the character, main character, is also given in great detail, and right from the beginning of the that is birth of the character till his adulthood. Every detail is given. Okay, so he goes to great lengths in order to explain his work, and there are certain magical things also happening in the novel. Something magical means when you will be seeing that it's not possible in reality. Right? So this kind of technique is called magical realism. Means in order to show reality happening, realism, you know what is realism? When thing is presented as it appears to be realistically, right? So that is realism. But Salman Rushdie says, or the writers of postmodern novels, they say that reality is not reality. Reality is not always truth. Reality is always our perception of the truth, how we perceive the things. So what is truth for me may not be truth for you. Right? So truth also vary. There is no one truth. There are so many truths. So again, here in this novel, you see that how do you see independence? Every person will see independence or this religious things and all that according to their own perspective. So there are many truths also. There are many realities. There is no one single reality. Okay, so this again is one of the characteristic of postmodern literature. Right, that there are many truths, there are many histories, there are many realities. They do not talk in one absolute thing, absolute with a capital. There is no absolute truth. In the similar way, there is no absolute God. So there are many, narratives that we weave together in making of a single story. In all the novels, you see that there is one narrative that goes on. But he is not talking about like all our epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all the Greek epics of the world, and every epic of the world, you see that there is one main story. And then there are some minor stories also. But here he says that there is no one single main story. There is no meta narratives. Postmodern literature is all about mini narratives that are all interwoven together in order to form one metafiction. And since events of histories are there, so this is historiographic metafiction. We will be doing with this. ये तो हर क्लास में मैं आपका थोड़ा थोड़ा रिपीट करती रहूंगी so that this thing settles in your mind. Today what we are going to do is, today we will discuss how many characters are there in the novel. In our last class we did just the introduction of the novel, but today we will be doing how many characters are there in the novel. You know about the theme of the novel also, that we have done to a certain extent, but today we will be doing how many characters are in the novel. So can you see the presentation?
No, ma'am.
It's not visible to you now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes because I think now it should be available to your presentation. Can you see the presentation now?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No one can see the presentation.
No, ma'am. Laptop screen, but presentation was not visible.
Okay, just wait. I'm just setting it. Just give me a few minutes. Is it present? Is it now available to you? Just tell me whenever you are able to see.
No, ma'am. No. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. The screen is visible. It is. Yes.
Presentation you can see?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now we can see.
Just hold on for a second. It will be visible now.
Ma'am, it's visible. Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
It's visible, no? Okay. So here we see how many characters are there in the novel. This is what we had done about the novel.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Then Salim Simnai as a central character of the novel. right? This we have discussed in our last class. All the historic events and the places where the settings and different events in the novel they do take place. This all we had done. This we had discussed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Salim Sinai, and there it's called It is an autobiographical piece of fiction because history of Salim matches with the history of Salman Rushdie. Right? Then this is what we have to do today. Characters in Midnight's Children. And I told you just remember apostrophe S also. It is not Midnight Children, it is Midnight's Children. All right. Now this. Here we are discussing. Yes.
Ma'am, it's not visible to me.
You have got some signal problem then because it's available. It's visible to all of you and except one or two. That means you have to do something with the settings. From my side, it is visible. All of you can see now.
No, ma'am.
Presentation किसी को भी नहीं दिख रहा है?
No, ma'am, it's visible. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Visible. No, ma'am.
It's visible now. Those who can see can click the pictures of it and then you can post it in your WhatsApp group. Class का जो WhatsApp group है ना, so others can also see what it is. Now those who cannot see can listen. You will not miss anything because जो भी slide है वो आपको class के उसमें दिख जाएगी और I'm explaining it. Okay. So there are और थोड़ी देर में signal आ जाएंगे ना तो आपको visible भी हो जाएगा. How many of you cannot see this presentation? नाम बताओ.
Ma'am, Anjali Kulshrestha.
Anjali Kulshrestha and
Aarti Verma.
Rakhi Thomas.
Ma'am,
ये तो सभी लोगों ने अपने नाम ले लिए. कौन देख सकता है ये बता दो. अच्छा.
Ashwini.
I am visible.
Is it that when you see with mobile it's not visible और laptop पे visible ऐसा है क्या?
नहीं मैम, वो सिग्नल प्रॉब्लम की वजह से जैसे पिछली बार आपने किया था तो मुझे भी नहीं दिख रहा था.
अच्छा.
वो सिग्नल की वजह से हो जाता है मैम.
Maybe हाँ, the signal problem should be there. Then जिसको भी दिख रहा है ना वो फोटो ले लेगा. Okay. Now just you can listen. The main character of the novel, a chief protagonist of the novel, is Salim Sunnai. Okay. Now, Salim Sunnai is the narrator. He's telling the entire story of the novel. So he is the narrator and he is the protagonist of the novel. And he is born right at the time when India gained independence. On 15th August, midnight, when Jawaharlal Nehru was declaring that India is free. Right? So at that particular moment, the children who were born in the country, they at that time country was being divided, so it was neither the areas which were going to Pakistan were at that moment neither India nor Pakistan, right? Because at that moment the country was divided. So right at that time the children who were born, they are known as midnight children because that midnight is important. That midnight was deciding the destiny of the country, future of the country. Right? So midnight, M with capital, midnight, and the children born at midnight of independence of India, they are midnight children. Now Salman Rushdie says that these children, they were blessed with the powers of telepathy. Telepathy means, what is telepathy? Telepathy is something that you can know before it takes place, right? Or parallelly something is happening and you have not seen it yet, you have that sense that something there has happened where you are not present and you cannot know it, but something tells in the mind, you get that sense that something has happened. That is telepathy. Okay, so these children who are born in midnight, that is what magical realism is. This is one of the strategy of Salman Rushdie. So these children, they are blessed with the powers of telepathy and an uncanny sense of smell. They get certain smells and that smell also tells so many things about whatever is going on around. So Salim is telling his extraordinary life story as his body begins to crumble. So India जिस तरह से टूट के गिर रही थी, झड़ रही थी at that time, division of the country. So there was so much of violence taking place. So here in the same way, as the time after independence goes on and on, near independence, so what is happening, the things were crumbling down, breaking up into pieces. जैसे एक bread का piece होता है ना जो पुराना हो जाता है तो it starts shredding. And the same state was happening with India. That is what theme of fragmentation I told you. So this character Salim stands for India, and his body starts crumbling. Body टूटनी शुरू हो जाती है. An account that significantly parallels the history of post-colonial India. What is history of post-colonial India? Right at the time when India got independence, that one part of the India from east cut off, the other part of India from west was cut off. So this fragmentation is taking place with the country, which is personified in the character of Salim Sinai. As a narrator, Salim can be both unreliable and self-centered at times. Now this is also very symbolic, that whatever Salim is saying, how can you trust it? I told you that there is no one truth. There are so many aspects of the truth, so many perspectives of the truth. It depends on from where truth is coming, the source of the truth. So if you say that truth depends on the source, that means truth is not truth with capital T. There is no absolute single one complete whole truth. That means it depends upon the source. That means source can be many. From many sources you are getting different truths. That means the source is not reliable. So Salim is unreliable at certain times and is self-centered also. Because whenever we say that this is truth at that time, what we are doing, we are keeping ourselves at the center and then deciding what is truth. So Salim is unreliable and Salim is self-centered. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now this must not be very clear to you at present, but as we will be dealing with the themes of the novel, story of the novel, at that time these things will become clear, that how Salim is unreliable, how Salim is self-centered, what are the powers of telepathy these Midnight's children have got, what has this sense of smell to do with the happenings in the novel. How does the body disintegrate or crumble down as pieces of dried bread, and there is no one whole in the novel. Okay. Now the second character is Adam Aziz. Who is Adam Aziz? He is Salim's grandfather. He is the patriarch of the family, head of the family. He has got a very large family. His sons and sons' sons, and then their wives, their children. Profession-wise, Adam Aziz is a doctor. Story begins before the birth of Salim, when Adam Aziz is a young man and he is a bachelor. He is not even married. That story is also told by, since this novel is Bildungsroman, so that story is also told by the narrator. That how was his grandfather as a young man. His profession is doctor and he is skeptic. Skeptic means he does not believe in existence of God. He wants everything, he wants rational explanation of everything. So this loss of faith, not having faith, this leaves जो Salman Rushdie word use करता है, hole inside him. That means a person, he says, is complete with the faith and he has lost faith. That means there is a hole inside him. right? Now this young man, Aziz, he falls in love with a young girl named Naseem, who later becomes his wife. Now, since there is a parda system, he cannot see Naseem, because he is only allowed, he's a doctor, and this last line you cannot see, but it is what is written is Naseem after only being allowed to see her through a sheet, perforated sheet. Now since he's a, and Naseem before marriage often falls ill, so Naseem's father calls Dr. Aziz to check her, and since there is a parda system, so the girl cannot come before the doctor. So what happens is that basically sometimes when she is suffering from stomach ache, that sheet will come, perforated sheet, where there is a hole, and that hole will be before that part which is ill, and everything is covered in parda, and then the doctor is witnessing that part. So basically what is happening, this is happening with truth also. We always see a particular part of the truth, we never see complete truth. तो उसके पेट में दर्द है तो उसका सिर्फ पेट ही दिखाया जा रहा है, उसके पीठ में दर्द है तो सिर्फ पीठ दिखाई जा रही है, जस्ट अ पार्ट ऑफ इट. Okay, so from these small parts that he has seen before marriage, he just guesses that how Naseem would look like, and from that he is trying to build complete picture of this girl whom he is gradually falling in love with. You know, this novel is also made into a novel, and the part of Adam Aziz is played by Rajat Kapoor. That is why I have put picture of Rajat Kapoor, and this is how he appears in the movie on the top, first picture. The next one is of Salim Sinai, the boy who's playing the part of Salim Sinai in his childhood. Right? Then the third character is Ahmed Sinai. Adam Sinai, Ahmed Sinai, Salim Sinai. Adam Aziz is grandfather. Okay, then this Ahmed Sinai is Salim's father, and then Salim Sinai, who is the protagonist of the novel. Now this Ahmed Sinai is a shrewd, very cunning businessman, okay, who is nonetheless destined for failure. His business never succeeds, and most of the time is spent in fighting with his wife because he drinks a lot. He's a drunkard, and so naturally his domestic life is very disturbed. Then there's a character named Mumtaz. Before marriage her name is Mumtaz, and after marriage her name becomes Amina Sinai. Now who is Mumtaz? Mumtaz is Salim's mother. Ahmed Sinai and Mumtaz, they are husband and wife. And Mumtaz is the daughter of this doctor Adam Sinai, Adam Aziz. Now Mumtaz, who later changes her name to Amina after marriage to Ahmed, she is the one who is very loving mother, very devoted mother, caring for the child, and she inherits her father's skepticism. She also does not believe in God. She also doesn't have any faith, lacks faith, and she is as determined as her mother was. Now, despite she is married to Ahmed, she is never able to forget her first husband. This is her second marriage. First marriage Nadir Khan के साथ होती है उसकी. Now this you will have to read it again and again in order to remember these names, because these are the main characters of the novel. There are so many major characters in this novel. Right? Now these Mary Pereira, she is not very important character, but still you should remember, because she has done the most important thing in the novel. What she has done, that when Salim was born, she and on the other bed there is one more child who is born. There are two children who are born in the same hospital, and what she does is she exchanges the child. One is a Hindu child, another is a Muslim child. Hindu child goes into Muslim family, and Muslim child goes into Hindu family. So this is why she is important. And then she is Salim's ayah also. So she is raising up Salim, who is actually a Hindu child who has come into Muslim family. And the other child is also the main character of the novel, and he is Shiva. Shiva is actually born in Muslim family but is raised by Hindu parents. Okay, now why she is doing this? She is doing this out of the sense of social justice. She is thinking that because Hindu family is very poor and this family is rich. So she is switching because she has got a lover also, and with उसके साथ मिलकर कुछ story है आगे, आप देखोगे आगे तब you will see that. And now she knows that she has done a wrong act, so she dedicates herself for Salim, that she will take care of Salim, and she becomes Aya. Now Salim's counterpart is now Shiva. Now parallelly the story of Salim and Shiva is going on as they are growing together. By together I don't mean कि एक साथ एक ही जगह पर, as they are growing up parallelly. Okay, so what is happening in his life and how his life is connected with Shiva's life. So what Salim gets is a very loving family, very rich family, and what Shiva gets is poor family and no mother. Okay, now again an element of magical realism, that Shiva has got one thing. He is blessed with a pair of very strong knees. His knees are very strong, and so since he is very strong physically, he goes into joins army and he goes into war. Now we know that in Hindu mythology, Shiva is also treated as god of transformation, god of destruction, who destroys everything so that the things can be recreated. In Hindu mythology, we say that Brahma created the world, Vishnu is nourishing the world, and Lord Shiva is destroying the world so that it can be transformed. So, and at the same time, Shiva is a god of destruction, and at the same time, he is also god of procreation. Okay, so that the world is transformed. Now, too many characters. Again, these three are the women characters in the novel, and they are also very important. Parvati, who is called the witch. Parvati the witch. Okay, so as Salim is born and Shiva is born, Parvati. These three characters in the novel, they are Midnight's children. They are all born at the moment of India's independence. Parvati is also born along with Shiva and Salim. Okay, so Parvati and Salim, they grow up together, and then later on in the later in the life, Parvati is married to Shiva, to Salim. Sorry. Now see how my tongue, just slipped, and I said that Parvati is married to Shiva. Actually, in mythology, Parvati is married to Shiva, but in this novel, what happens? Parvati is married to Salim. So despite, she is also blessed with so many, all the children who are born in midnight hour, they have got some supernatural thing with them. So she also has got some magical powers. So, but Salim falls in love with her, and then but despite her fantastic past, she is unable to make Salim fall in love with her. She wants that Salim should fall in love with her, and as a result embarks on an affair with Shiva. That results in a child. Now something very complicated, right? Then there is a character Padma. Padma is Salim's caretaker. Okay, and future wife. Padma is as strong and down to earth as Salim is weak and dreamy. If Salim का fragmentation होना शुरू हो जाता है, crumbling down होता है, and he is very dreamy, also sense of smell और ये सारी चीजें. So Salim, she provides Salim with skeptical yet patient audience. Salim अपनी सारी story आकर पद्मा को सुनाता है. Then there is Naseem Ghani. नसीम घानी इज, जिसका शुरू में बताया था आदम अजीज डॉक्टर जाते हैं शीट से उसको चेक करते हैं, है ना. तो शी सलीम्स ग्रैंड मदर, आदम अजीज वाइफ. उसके बाद शी बिकम्स रेवरेंट, वेरी रिस्पेक्टेबल मदर, बिकॉज ऑफ शी इज वेरी रिलीजियस लेडी. शी इज वेरी रिलीजियस. आदम अजीज इज स्केप्टिकल, बट हिज वाइफ नजीम इज वेरी रिलीजियस लेडी. So as husband is growing old, she becomes very powerful because she is very young at that time, and she gains all the power over all the matters that are taking place around her. Right? Then we have, हमारा time तो हो चुका है. Do you have class at present?
No, ma'am.
So this slide also will be complete, and rest we will do next in next class. So these characters, they are not very important, so we can do it very fast. Salim's biological father is William Methwold. Now this is a shock to you. Actually, he is not even Hindu. This Englishman has established relationship. He has seduced a woman, and from that Salim is born. Okay, so actually अगर इसको आप symbolically देखेंगे तो what is happening? William Methwold stands for British people who were leaving India. In the similar way, he is the one who impregnates a woman, Indian woman, and he is leaving that woman, right? तो यही हो रहा था, ब्रिटिश ने सारी जगह अपनी छाप छोड़ दी थी और फिर यहाँ से छोड़कर जा रहे थे. So this is what William Methwold is doing. And then the identity between this Hindu, Muslim, and that clash, and these are all very symbolical. Then there's Alia, who is Salim's aunt. Now, she's a minor character in the novel. Then there is Hanif, who is Salim's uncle and Amina's brother. Then Nadir Khan is an important character. Nadir Khan is Amina's first husband. And he was an assistant, someone's assistant. Then he was involved in a freedom struggle and all that. Then he runs away from that place. Then this family gives shelter to Nadir Khan there. Amina comes and she tends care to him. Then he falls in love with this, but later there is a divorce between them because he is unable to give child to Amina. This all is taking place. So in that way, Nadir Khan is important. Till here we will do today, and then we will continue it after Deepavali. So just your views I would like to have about the novel. What do you think? Anyone who wants to share something?
Till we don't go through it personally, I think it will be quite confusing for us.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we have to read it once.
Basically, you know how to start with it. Basically, you just see the Wikipedia page. Okay. So plot of the novel, you can just read through Wikipedia page so that these characters, they will become familiar to you. Then we will go in detail. Okay, actually you should read this novel, but I know how difficult it is at this moment to say that you should read all the 20 novels in your syllabus. That is not possible in semester system. Yes.
But if we'll make the ray diagrams of the all the characters, then it will be easy for
yes. In that way, it will be very easy. Just you can draw the character map of it. Like I have sent you in Telegram channel also of Tom Jones, I think, or some character. So I've said in the similar way, if you draw that kind of map, and whoever does that can post it in WhatsApp also, so that it can help others also. है ना? या छोटे-छोटे एक-एक part का आप लोग बना लो. Then you can collaborate just in fragments, postmodern style. Then we can try to put together, right? Because this is really very complicated. So this is what you can do, and share it in WhatsApp group so that it will become easy for all of us. Okay.
Ma'am, total how many characters are there approx?
In total, if you see, there will be around 40-45 characters. Basically, what you can do is that जो biologically related है ना, एक मैप खाली उनका बना लो पहले. Those who are biologically related, एक ये बेसिक बन जाएगा ना, तो उसको बड़े चार्ट पर लेकर के then are these Aya and caretakers and all the friends है ना, उसका भी in the same style that I have posted in Telegram, you can see that also. That can help you in building character map of Midnight Student, right? Because this novel has as many characters as all the novels that you have previously studied, they all combined. Okay, that is why it is a metafiction. It's not just a novel. It's metafiction. Okay. So happy Diwali. Don't take tension of Midnight Children. Enjoy the festival.
Same to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.